close like we used to be. Well, you know how in your Tanabata story, if it's raining, Altair and Vega can't meet each other on the Magpie Bridge? Then the bridge would be like empty, right? She stepped in front of me, still so close, under our umbrella. And whatever happens, if it rains next year, the 7th of July, I'll be waiting for you on the Magpie Bridge with this umbrella, silly. Nice. And the final one for now. What's left on the bar counter? Can I borrow your lighter? Sure, have at it. Cheers, mate. You waiting for someone? Maybe. Maybe not, I guess. Who knows now? Jeez, man, sorry to hear that. Tell you what, next round's on me. You sure about that? Well, I'll take it then. No worries. Sorry about your situation, man. This is a good bar. So drink on. Leave your sadness at the bar counter. That's what they always say, right? Huh. Amen to that. Yep. Come on, here's to a good bar. And to unexpected company, eh? Interesting thing you said earlier. Leave your sadness at the counter. You do that often here? Yeah, this bar's good. Bartender's kind. And they won't kick me out if I drink too much, so yeah. Where do you think it goes after you leave it here? The sadness? Huh. Interesting philosophical question you got there. Somewhere far away, hopefully, never to come back. But what if it does? Then we steal up and order another drink, then another, and another, until either the sadness gives up, or our livers do, I guess. Tough life you got, huh? Well, Sisyphus and the boulder, you know? I mean, what other choice do we have? None, I guess. Yep, that's just how it is. I gotta go now. Interesting chat we had, huh? Tell you what, maybe this is the whiskey talking, but it felt like hanging out with an old friend, mate. Forget about that person you were waiting for, and hopefully I'll see you here again sometime, okay? Sure, man, I'm always here for you. After all, you're the one who left me at this counter, right? Well, there we go. That's all the short stories up until this point. I didn't even realise they were a thing. Until the start of, like, day 6. Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up. And the weather's keeping quiet. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. Hey, Gala! And Hyde. Good evening, Mr. Hyde. Mr. Gala. Nice to see you two. How did it go at the hospital today? Well, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my Fury is giving me a hard time. Your Fury? Is it the full moon already? Oh, hey! That's someone familiar. Where do I know you from? You seem familiar. How's it going? Hope you're well. No, but I sometimes get pre-Fury symptoms. Pre-Fury symptoms? Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for Fury. And that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask. Hey, Hollow. How's it going? But it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Small, but annoying. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual. And a bit crankier as well. Is there a drink that could help you with that? Going as well as usual. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're attempting to play something. You know, that's a good sign. I never found one, but if anyone can come up with it, it's you. Since a Galahad can soothe your Fury, maybe it would work pre-Fury as well? Maybe, but I think it'd need to be more relaxing. Like a Galahad, but with no caffeine. And maybe blue? Okay, so blue pea. What was a Galahad again? It was a tea. Tea, milk and ginger. So blue pea, milk and ginger. I guess. Easy enough. Alright. A gala tea. Hey, nice. Perfect. Here you go. A gala tea for you. You come up with these names on the spot? No. It takes a bit of soul searching. To tailor it to the situation, and so on. That almost makes it sound like you know in advance what we're going to order. Call it a sixth sense. Right, let's see how your sixth sense tastes. Wow. This is excellent. Exactly what I needed. Very happy to hear that. Is Hyde gonna talk at all today? What's with the long looks, you two? Did something happen? Actually, guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help? Come on, I wasn't that bad. No, I was so tired today I nearly fell asleep on the job. Ugh. But most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And Hyde, I'm barely keeping it together as is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit. I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all. You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one. Lying on the sofa, staring at the ceiling. Looking so gloomy it sucked the colour out of the room. And it's not the first time either. It's a constant these days. Help me help him. I'm at my wit's end. Mr. Hyde? Ugh, fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be, if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old. And I've never been this bored in my entire life. Interesting, you usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species years. Eyes on the prize, intervention first, gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? My job. What was that? My job. Hey, no need to shout. Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs. But modelling stopped being fun ages ago. You did mention something like that last time. You are trying to leave modelling behind then. Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all just so brief. Back when I started modelling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made and versatile. Some campaigns that I featured in stayed on billboards for months, and I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with the wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, the brand posts it online, and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in, and everything's forgotten. Blink and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Isn't that changing these days, though? With slow fashion and the like? That's true, and people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same. What about your fans? You have so many people following you. You mentioned that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. So you're saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark? Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered, that became part of their lives in a real way. You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who will always remember you. That's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference. No, thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts. Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire? Do you see what I'm dealing with? It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand. Yeah, that sounds good. Just make me something I like. Anything you've seen me enjoy. Recently, or when we first met. Ooh. Oh, it'll be gala. Yeah, there we go. Veteran, now working in a hospital. I mean, I could just give him the hibiscus. Wait, what's the new one? Ah, the gala tea. A silky but spicy beverage that soothes furious emotions and brings dormant joys back to life. I don't actually remember if he's ever had that, but sure. I really can't remember. Yeah. Here you go, Mr. Hyde. Here you go, Mr. Hyde. You seem to like this well enough. Nice. And you lost your pet, Hyde. A bet? When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him. And I bet you could remember what he liked, even if he gave you no instructions. And now I get to say that I was right. And Hyde gets to buy me dinner. At a place of my choosing. Ugh. You're going to pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gala? Let's see. You say it, Hyde. He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food. Just rub it in my face, why won't you? Oh, that sounds like Lua. Hey! Oh, hi everyone. Hey, Lua. Busy night, I see. Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. That's good. I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I wanted to apologise for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we ended up fighting with Baileys again. Instead. You must be getting bored of our arguments. It's alright, they're kind of fun to watch. At least he's honest. How are things with you two, by the way? Yeah, just let me order before I answer. If that's alright. Of course. What would you like? I spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations. Something to soothe the throat, perhaps. So I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you'd recommend for that? Definitely something with lemon and honey. Sounds great. I'd love a lemon and honey drink then, please. Okay. Are these stories? Hey, we're best friends with Hyde. Whoa. The fact I've been blood sober for 10 years. What I'm doing with my life. Currently, a model. Past stock trader, entrepreneur, and a venture capitalist. And someone's posted a new story. Lucas. What? Yeah, chocolate, honey, and lemon. Beautiful. Lemon, honey, chocolate. I can't imagine this would be good for a sore throat, considering it's got lemon in it. Whatever. Here you go. Some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery. Doctor. This is truly lovely. Just what I needed. That's great to hear. My company's trying to get a big contract, so I've been organising meetings with everyone. Making sure it's all going according to plan. That sounds pretty tough. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. And part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. I don't think anything too drastic happens if you screw up their order, but you don't get a as good ending, I guess. Sometimes it might not matter, but there are some other times when it would, or probably would. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, you've probably gathered that Bay and I have been fighting. Lemon strips of I'm also mean, when I've had a sore throat, drinking sour things is never a good thing. As in, it probably is good, like health-wise, it's just painful, because it stings. In my experience. Yeah, and Hyde told me a little bit about it too. Right, well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days, and honestly, it's done me a lot of good. The thing is, I know Bay means well, he suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like, and I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me, but I get annoyed instead, and then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed, which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Well, it'd be easier if we always acted rationally, if we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons, but things aren't that simple, are they? That's true. Although I guess if you figured out what actually annoys you, it would help. That's the problem. I'm not sure. At first I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making at my job has taken a toll, for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organising things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Bay to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that though. But I'm realising that that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bay. But the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. They're always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great, this is what I want. But now it all just feels more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiancé that? What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? Now it's up to you how you communicate it, isn't it? Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, you all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partnership. If he wants to honour that, he'll feel awful if he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him. I swear, you and your elf are well matched. You always worry so much about what others think, instead of working out your own wants and needs. You do realise that's the important bit, right? I mean, generally, yes, I get that. But how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honour your partnership? To celebrate it properly for starters? Right. And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you've met him. The blonde guy with the puppy eyes. Right, I'm glad you remember that, because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friend who got married. And the strangers who put wedding pictures online. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at a fast food joint, if that's what you like. That way you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours. I still want a pretty outfit, and decent food. Thank goodness. But point well taken. It's just... my family might have certain expectations. Did they openly say that? No? Then maybe they do. Or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything. But you shouldn't put their needs above your own. I really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde. My pleasure. Must admit, Hyde's the one for, good advice. Yeah, and that. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist. Could actually be a good idea. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counsellor, but I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that. Are you looking to change careers, Hyde? He's bored of modelling. Finds it too impermanent. Wants to leave a mark. Wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modelling fun again? I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago. What happened then? I was modelling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, looked the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one like that since the 60s. My granddad has an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. Was it something like that? Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light, and also because it was a slower experience. Something that would allow us to connect more. At first, I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual, posing, switching, posing some more. But something felt different, then I realised what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that. Is that unusual? Yep, most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought that she didn't know what she was doing, and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time and we got friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to a dark room. Watch how she developed the pictures, and how they come out. You did always have a fondness for dark places. Comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know? A me I could recognise. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame. Working each picture through the chemical baths. Hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait. When she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera. And it was the first time she really liked a portrait someone took of her. Yeah, I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kind of tales. Or to launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it. No, I think it's a beautiful story. And it gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you. Please share, Lua. You'd be doing both of us a solid. Go on, then. Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently. But apparently, film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said. It captures the light beautifully. And it's more a personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that. Who, me? No, the other vampire who's looking for a new line of work. I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm just disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month. Oh well, forget about it then. No, don't forget about it at all. It'd be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental. And you love to chat people up. You solve all the bridesmaids' drama and offend the parents. But most importantly, you do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. You're assuming they won't get divorced. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua. It's alright, I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life. That career in the mafia is really looking up. You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay? Yeah, alright. That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde. And good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one. It will be. Good night, Lua. See you later. Good night, you two. It's me and Hyde again. Here we go again. Last one sitting. Indeed, proper night owls. You didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. It sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you do like being around people, don't you? I do, sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. People get married, they think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in somewhere, and then next thing you know... I don't want to sound too depressing. So you don't believe in love? Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone to enjoy their company. You can do that for years with friends, family, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one. Not really. I'd know the one time I tried it. The one time I tried it really didn't work out. But do you regret trying? No, I guess I don't. It confirmed to me that marriage and the like, it's never gonna be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's given me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it, willing to share their lives so closely, even if for most of them it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in my case, I singed off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute when I said we'd be together forever and meant it, I sure felt alive. If you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating, and something worth helping other people celebrate. You're a tricksy one, and I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means it's time for me to head back. Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's plenty comfortable, for sure. Besides, well, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness. Gala's from a long-living species, but even then, he'll grow old before I do, eventually. The world will change 100 times, technologies will die out, new technologies will come. I will feel again the way I feel now, in a century, maybe two. And Luma and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will, am I right? That's very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde. Hey, you've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return. I suppose that's true. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. To continue our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me. Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We will make sure it's not misplaced. I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to go browse for some film cameras. What's the worst that could happen? Indeed. Take care of yourself, friend. You as well. Interesting. Wait. Oh, we're best friends with Lua. Favourite things? Hey, it's the only thing that's not in French. So, lover of the bright moonlight, believer in a life without a fight, I'm a big fan of art and poetry, what I'm doing with my life. Working 9 to 5 in a day trading company by day, going to poetry readings and museums on the weekend. Enraptured by the forbidden fruit. I'm assuming that's meaning Bailey. Guess where I am? Because I sure as hell don't know. Oh, are you lost? Look at them actually talking. The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde, but some of us will. Yeah, we're getting more and more like, not questions. There's just some lines of dialogue that indicate that we are like Silver and Amanda. Yeah, there's just been a few indications that we will never die out. I went into this assuming we're just a human. Just a regular old barista. But maybe not. And yeah, it's really nice being the protagonist that asks the hard-hitting questions. Hey, it's Mr. T. Elven burnout is real. Here's how to avoid it. Robots asked to give ultimate advice. New image recognition tech. Confuses gnomes with dwarves. A review. It's not ideal. Oh wait, we'll have another story. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're not human. I think we're like Silver or Amanda. In that we're probably an alien that has become an Earthling. Or has taken on an Earthling's appearance. A girl always has her secrets. Top of the morning to y'all. Hungover but feeling awesome. Just spent almost 2 hours checking on the mobile games in the App Store. The amount of copycats are just staggering. No delivery today, we'll resume tomorrow. Oh yeah, do I have any new stories? They cut the training short. On top of the Ferris wheel. It was finally our turn to ride the Ferris wheel. She grabbed my hand tight, excitedly pulling me into the faded pink gondola. A small hand felt cold on my skin, before it was warm. The slightest touch of it used to warm my universe. It used to excite me, but when she pulled me into the seat beside her, it felt cold. I knew I was the one who had changed. I was the one who could no longer feel her warmth. The Ferris wheel finally moved. She stared at the lake beside the wheel as we went upwards slowly. This Ferris wheel is amazing, right? I feel like it's taken us to a world separate from our own. A world for just the two of us, She began a conversation. I replied with a faint smile. Hey pretty boy, want in on a secret? I love you. Her smile was so sincere. It was painful to receive those words. I didn't say anything. I couldn't say anything. She didn't wait for a reply. A long silence passed as she turned back to the scenery, laid on the other side of the window. I knew she was hiding her face from me. The Ferris wheel was halfway to the top now, still climbing ever so slowly. I tried to find the words I wanted to say to her. What's the softest way to break someone's heart? We reached the top of the Ferris wheel when it stopped. Like it was supposed to. For a moment our time was frozen on the tip of the world. Hey, can we talk? Words finally found the courage to come out of my mouth. I know exactly what you want to say. You've been holding it in for months now, right? That same sincere smile, she should have kept that smile for someone who could love her as she loved me. Not for someone who was about to break her heart. I'm sorry. I thought I was ready for this, but I was just pretending. Silly, huh? It's not, it's my fault. I'm sorry. She tries to fake a laugh. Her eyes were wet behind her glasses, bedewed by her tears. You deserve someone better, not me. I'm sorry. Hey, can you pretend a little bit longer too? At least not up here, please. I cursed the universe for letting her love the wrong person. I cursed myself for letting her love me. The Ferris wheel creaked softly, signaling its movement, this time downward. Damn. Are they all by the same person? Yeah, Ralia Armit. Good evening. Who have we got today? Hey, Georgie! Officer, welcome. How are you doing? Well, he has his lighter. Officer? Oh. Sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now. No worries. Work issues. What else? I'm all ears if you want to chat. You're a pal. I'm in a real bind. What happened? Well, never-ending workplace issues aside,